second compound on the right.
We're taking a waiting small on side to 3 o'clock, approximately 200 meters up the mountain. Okay, get it,
When one goes to war, he or she is never the same person. For some soldiers, the war never ends. Flashbacks, bad memories, and even depression can haunt their civilian lives. Victims of post-traumatic stress disorder experience high levels of anxiety and flashbacks triggered by a traumatic event. It is the most common mental health problem faced by returning troops. 67% of people exposed to mass violence have been shown to develop PTSD. For those with post-traumatic stress disorder, life can be a struggle. The KUHS film class then decided to contact a local hospital to gain insight into PTSD.
PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a condition in which a person may have anxiety or experience flashbacks that are triggered by a severe traumatic event. So usually there's 4 symptoms of PTSD. The first one is patients may relive the event or have flashbacks. The second is patients may be withdrawn and avoid situations that remind them of their traumatic event. And the third is having fear and guilt. And the fourth is more of the physical symptoms of feeling jittery. They're very anxious and they have difficulty concentrating. Well, treatment for PTSD involves a lot of counseling. I don't think there's really a cure for PTSD. People live with this the rest of their life. It's more of controlling and treating their emotions. Usually drugs are the last resort because those only treat the symptoms and not what's truly causing the PTSD.
Seniors were given the option to raise funds or to spread awareness about PTSD and its sufferers. Students reached out to businesses, agencies, and veterans to gain a more robust understanding of the perils of war and the charities that can help. Students engage in curriculum and activities designed to transform the community into one that is aware of the obstacles and hardships of PTSD. KOHS interviewed several seniors about their efforts to address the issue and how they applied the academic literacy plan to their project.
I think that we used Describe most during the CSE project because we had to describe what we did at school. We had to describe what Freedom Dogs was, and then we had to also describe what we were doing to make a difference.
Definitely relate and apply. We had to read a book called Thank You for Your Service. We had to interview a couple of veterans. We had to do some background research. All of that, we had to relate it and apply it to what we were doing.
I think the most important thing I learned is that although I can try to be a leader at times, it's a lot better to work as a group.
We actually got really into the whole subject. So I learned that once I'm into something, once I actually care, we'll go above and beyond.
In college and work, you're going to have to learn how to work with other people. So I think this Common Senior experience has definitely prepared me for that because we had to communicate with each other and make sure that we were all on the same page.
I feel like in college, there's going to be a lot of projects like this one. There's definitely going to be a lot of group work. We're going to have to step into the real world like we did and actually collect information. And I feel like everything that we did are things that we are actually going to do in college.
If one person can give back, then it kind of creates a ripple effect of kindness, and it just takes one person to change your attitude.
So we're obviously not going to solve the issue by ourselves, but we help spread awareness to a large number of people, and if enough people do that, we can actually make a really big difference.
A simple thank you does not equate to the sacrifices men and women in the armed forces go through in order to protect our country. Our class produced a video demonstrating that thank you is not enough. Students from the senior class honor a military veteran by inviting him to the school in order to receive a plaque.
Well, he thinks about the dreams that rule the night. Images stained dark by desert light. Miles and miles away from gunfire's blast, but the memories still linger from days past. You can't thank him for his service. Take a glance along the surface, then look deeper and you'll see the wound that lasts. He's escaped, hot strapped, no flying in the air. Comrades reach deliverance through his care. He made it home from battlegrounds afar. It's the violent recollections that still mark. You can't thank him for his service. Take a glance along the surface, then look deeper and you'll see the wound that lasts. Wounds reside way beyond our normal sight. We're accustomed to the bandages of white. Now we know our traumas burrow deep, and our duty to help mend the value keep. You can't thank him for his service. Take a glance along the surface, then look deeper and you'll see the wound that lasts. Well, he thinks about the dreams that rule the night. Images stained dark by desert light. Miles and miles away thank him for his service. Take a glance along the surface and look deeper and you'll see the wound that lasts. Can't thank him for his service. Take a glance along the surface, then look deeper and you'll see the wound that lasts.
We want our veterans to feel like us civilians who have never seen combat, make them feel like we understand. Instead of an empty thank you, talk to veterans. Donate to charities such as Freedom Dogs or the Semper Fi Fund organization, or do something nice for a veteran, even if it means that you have to go out of your way. Soldiers are what keep us safe from foreign countries invading the United States. They deserve to come back to a community with open arms.